Hello students, in this part we will discuss on the human central nervous system CNS. CNS stand for central nervous system. It is the main system which control the whole body, control and coordinate the whole body, that is called CNS, central nervous system. This system consists two parts, brain or spinal cord. Brain or spinal cord. Firstly, we will discuss on brain. Human brain is developed at the embryonic stage. It starts to develop at the embryonic stage, which consists three zones that helps to make the part of brain. First one is prosencephalon. Prosencephalon. This zone have to synthesize or develops the cerebrum and limbic system. Second one is mesencephalon. This zone develops the midbrain. And third one is rhombencephalon. This zone help to develops the medulla, pons and cerebellum. CNS, central nervous system, this is the main system which helps to control and coordinate the whole body, and CNS consists two parts, brain and spinal cord. The development of brain starts at the embryonic stage with the three zones, prosencephalon, mesencephalon and rhombencephalon. Prosencephalon develops the cerebrum and limbic system. Mesencephalon, it develops the midbrain, and rhombencephalon, it develops medulla oblongata, pons and cerebellum. Firstly, we discussed on brain. Human brain. What is the function of brain? Functions of brain. There are different functions performed by brain. First one is human behavior. Human behavior is just under control of the brain, such like as rage, revenge, etc., love, sympathy, all these under control by the brain. And second one is body temperature. Brain helps to maintain the body temperature. As we know that the external environment changes different conditions, but our body temperature remains constant, that is 37 degrees Celsius. That remains with the help of brain. Body balance. Brain helps to maintain the body balance, whether it is in static activities or dynamic. In static or dynamic activities, it maintains the body balance. Next one is hunger and thirst. We feel sometimes hunger and thirst. This may also controlled by the brain. Hunger and thirst. This is under control by the brain. So we can say that brain is the major part which helps to control the whole body. Now, brain, human brain, as we have discussed, human brain is protected in a bony box. That bony box is called skull. In skull, there are two set of bones. One set of facial, which contain 8 bones, and other side is facial 14 bones, and second side is cranium or cranial, which contain 8 bones. So firstly, human brain is soft, delicious, delicate, not delicious, delicate organ which is protected with a bony box or a skull. It is protected in skull with the help of two set of bones. One is facial and other one is cranial. Just inside the bony box and outside the brain, there are three layers which protect the brain. Those are called meninges. Meninges, and singular is called menings. We have already studied about meninges. Outermost is called dura mater, middle is called arachnoid, and innermost is called pia mater. There are two cavities present. The cavity which is present in dura mater and arachnoid, that is called subdural cavity, and the cavity which is present between the arachnoid and pia mater, that is called subarachnoid cavity. So after the bony box, brain is protected with three layers. These three layers collectively called meninges. Now brain, human brain, the outer zone, outer brain or outermost part is called cortex. This cortex contains 10 billions of nerves which are non-myelinated. It contains 10 billions nerves and these are non-myelinated. So the outer cortex zone of brain contains gray matter because it contains 10 billions of nerves, and these 10 billions of nerves are non-myelinated, so they makes the gray matter. And the inside or inner brain consists the myelinated nerves or neuron, which makes the white opaque region, and that is called white matter. So we can say that the outside brain color show gray, dark color, gray matter, because there are many nerves contained which are non-myelinated, but inside there are myelinated nerves, so they show the white opaque region, that is called white matter. Now human brain consists three zones. A brain consists three zones: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. We will discuss on each part. Forebrain. Firstly, we have to draw the diagram of brain. Which type of diagram can be seen in a brain, human brain? Human brain is consist or protected in the bony box. There is a sheet type structures in which this zone is present. This is the a swollen portion which may contains such this like nerves rises, and it forms a blob like structure, and just lower to it there are many nerves rises, and just lower to it some special tissue, and then after that this zone may rise, this one, it forms the pituitary gland. a human brain consists of this type. This is the frontal brain, frontal part of brain. So it is called forebrain. So we can say that forebrain, it is the frontal part of the brain. Human brain consists two circular lobe. Human brain is made up of two circular lobe, two hemicircular lobes. One is right side, another one is left side. So this is called cerebral hemisphere. Brain is made up two hemisphere parts. One towards the right side and other one is the left side. Both the lobes, two hemisphere lobes, both the lobes are attached, and that forms the diencephalon. Both the hemisphere lobes are attached centrally with a deep grooves that is called cerebral hemisphere. Cerebral hemisphere. So we can say that human brain is a diencephalon. Matlab one part is encephalon, one towards the right side and another one is the left side. So we can say that human being is a diencephalon. Human brain is a diencephalon. Both the hemispheres are attached with each other, so it is called cerebral hemisphere. The brain consists four different zones. Frontal side, this is called the frontal front. Each hemisphere contains four lobes. We can say that each hemisphere. So there are two hemispheres, that makes the 8 parts, 8 lobes. First one is frontal. This is the frontal. This side is called temporal. Temporal zone. One is the frontal, second one is temporal. Occipital. And this one means here is the parietal zone. No, this is the parietal, sorry. This is the parietal zone. Parietal zone, and this one is temporal. Temporal zone. Each hemisphere consists 4 lobes or 4 zones: frontal, parietal, occipital, and temporal. So there are 2 hemispheres, that makes the 8 lobes: 2 frontal, 2 parietal, 2 occipital, and 2 temporal. Clear? This is the brain, and forebrain, it is the most prominent. Forebrain is the most prominent part of the brain. Which consists cerebrum, thalamus, and hypothalamus. Thalamus or hypothalamus. Firstly, at the center of the brain, there is a English alphabet C-like structures. This is called corpus callosum. At the middle brain, at the mid part of the brain, there is a English C-shaped structure that is called corpus callosum. just inside the corpus callosum. This zone or this one zone is called thalamus. Thalamus act as relay center. Relay center. It means the sensory neuron which takes the information from affective organ to CNS, and then CNS to motor neuron. These signals are impulses are sent to the affective organs. So thalamus act as a relay center. Just lower to the thalamus, there are many nerves arises, and this zone is called hypothalamus. Hypothalamus, we can say that it is the interlinked between the thalamus, means the nervous system, and lower side contains endocrine glands. So we can say that hypothalamus is the interlinked or interconnected part between the nervous system and endocrine system. All the endocrine glands are under control by the hypothalamus gland. Just lower to hypothalamus gland, a blob-like structure, or which we can say that a swollen pair of endocrine glands arises. This is called pituitary gland. Pituitary gland. So we have seen that forebrain consists the most prominent part of the brain, which contains cerebrum, thalamus, and hypothalamus. Thalamus is the middle zone just lower to the corpus callosum. This zone is called thalamus. Thalamus is act as a relay center, and lower to the thalamus, the nerves are connected. These are called hypothalamus. Hypothalamus gland is known as master gland, because all the endocrine glands are under control by this gland. As well as hypothalamus glands act in human hunger, thirst, sexual drive, as well as range, revenge, and many activities are under control by the hypothalamus glands. And after that, hypothalamus gland attached to the pituitary gland. So we can say that hypothalamus glands is the interlinked between the nervous system and the endocrine system. Clear? It is the forebrain. Cerebrum, it is the most prominent frontal part, which contain many olfactory lobes. It means all the sensory organs may be consist in this zone. And midbrain. Midbrain is the just lower to the thalamus and upper to the pons. This zone is called midbrain. This is called midbrain. In midbrain there are 4 lobes may consist. There are 4 lobes may consist in the midbrain. Those 4 lobes are called collectively corpora quadrigemina, corpora quadrigemina. There are 4 lobes. 2 lobes are just above side and 2 lower side. The upper side 2 lobes are called superior conculi, which act in visual, which help in the visual. It means they are connected to the eyes. And lower 2 lobes are called inferior conculi, and they are present near to the ear auditory canal. So they help in the sound. Midbrain is the middle part of the brain which connect forebrain to the hindbrain. Midbrain consists to 4 lobes, 2 upper side and 2 lower side. Those collectively 4 lobes are called corpora quadrigemina. The upper 2 lobes are called superior conculi and lower 2 lobes are called inferior conculi. Superior conculi help in the visual. It means they are connected to the eyes. And lower two lobes are called inferior colliculi. They are attached to the ear auditory canal, so they help in the sound. The next one is hindbrain. It is the most posterior part of the brain. This part is called, this zone of brain is called hindbrain. And hindbrain consists three zones, three parts: cerebellum, pons, and medulla oblongata. These are the three zones. This is the posterior part, triangular zone. This triangular zone is called cerebellum. The cerebellum help in the make the body posture. It means it helps to maintain the body balance. This part is the major part which makes the body posture. It means we can say that this part help to maintain the body balance. And the next one is called pons. Pons is also called relay center. They help into the transfer the signal from sensory to CNS and CNS to motor through the olfactory one. So, pons, and after that it means we can say that it is also a relay center and help in the respiration process. Next one is the medulla oblongata. This is the lower zone of the hindbrain. After medulla oblongata, the extend downward, the spinal cord arises. Medulla oblongata help in coughing, sneezing, vomiting, yawning. It helps in coughing, sneezing, vomiting, as well as this zone help in respiration. Firstly, we have to discuss about roughly the three zones of the brain. Now some more parts are also consist in this the brain. Firstly, we have what is corpus callosum. We have seen that the human brain is two hemispheres. Both the hemispheres are attached. The zone where both the hemispheres attached, that C-shaped structure is called corpus callosum. This is the attachment site of two hemispheres of the human brain. The next one, in the midbrain, a canal arises. A canal may present that act as ventricles. The canal is attached or canal is present in midbrain. This is called cerebral aqueduct. It acts as ventricles. Because in human brain there are many blood vessels consist, they attach to these ventricles, may be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the cerebral aqueduct which connect to second and third and after that fourth ventricles. A canal is present in the midbrain, that is called cerebral aqueduct. The next is, what is brain stem? Midbrain and the hindbrain both makes the brain stem. Midbrain and hindbrain both are collectively called brain stem. Clear? One more thing is also present just in the midbrain, or we can say that near to the corpus callosum. Many membranes consisting foldings are or convoluted structure, folded structure is present which may contains amygdala or hippocampus. This zone may also consist some. We have discussed limbic system. What do you mean by limbic system? Near to the corpus callosum, a highly coiled structure or deep groove structure with amygdala or hippocampus. Etc. is collectively called limbic system or limbic lobe. Near to the corpus callosum, a deeply coiled or we can say convoluted structure with amygdala and hippocampus, that is called collectively limbic system or limbic lobe. What is the role of amygdala and hippocampus? Amygdala makes the mood. It helps to make the or control the mood. Such like as rage, revenge, etc. Amygdala helps to control the mood, such like as rage or revenge. And hippocampus, it helps to smelling. It helps in smelling as well as sensory. So we can say that limbic system, this limbic system may be present near to the corpus callosum, a highly coiled, highly grooved structure which contain with amygdala and hippocampus. Amygdala makes the control the mood such like as rage and revenge, and hippocampus help in the smelling or we can say the sensory. So this is the main part of brain. After that we will discuss in next part spinal.